the same from last year. There really wasn't much room for newcomers, be it transfers or freshmen. We mentioned the two very important players, starters in Warnock and Sinano, that are gone, but the core of this team is back, headlined by Clark, who gets two more.
And the Big Ten Network followed Iowa. We're going to air that on Monday at 7. The Big Trip is what it's called. And Stolke trying to wait and get an eye from Clark to see when to set it.
Clark on the drive.
Second and third levels of defense.
He's a Hall of Famer for a reason, Megan. Caitlin Clark unloads from the end zone.
Well, Caitlin Clark has put on her cape here in Iowa City, knocking down her patented pull-up triple in transition. At least 3 feet behind the line, no problem. And then a little shrug afterwards for emphasis to let you know, I do this often. It was just been so wonderful to see things come to fruition.
Clark with the steal. Iowa trying to push. Up by 10. Clark with a difficult layup and one.
Mama, there she goes again. Caitlin Clark getting downhill in transition, connected with the body, and getting the bucket to go. Just a phenomenal finish. And usually from DePaul, you see a lot of pressing. Haven't really seen a lot of that today, but I think because of all the new players, you want to get acclimated with how you shift and move.
Caitlin Clark, knock it off.
I thought I'd seen it all from Caitlin Clark, but I'm wrong. Look at this one. I think they're going to count that. We'll see Caitlin Clark right here on the previous drive. Just a whirling dervish to the rim and got hit. You hear that whistle, you throw the ball to the basket.
We approached 80 seconds left in the first half. The crossover at Kinnick. Clark sitting on 22 points. Molly Davis. What a stutter, stop, and finish.
Sometimes they run a ball screen to Caitlin Clark, and sometimes she just doesn't need that, Mike.
Here's Clark trying to create. 3 seconds left. The drive over at Kinnick.
Well, it's a magical moment this afternoon in Iowa City, and this crossover, oh, she's not over there, she's over here. Caitlin Clark, 24 points, 7 assists and 5 boards. Watch this little shift. Ooh, shift and move, freeze them, step it through. She had the Euro on the backside of that and almost got the and one. You could tell that's what she was saying to her teammates there. Almost got them. Boy, she is so shifty with the basketball. So another part of the elements that you have to contend with.
Caitlin Clark, the 3-ball. The unicorn strikes again.
Well, listen, the sun came out and I said, hey, you know, the sun's out, it might get in the way. It's pretty excellent by Caitlin Clark, the senior.
Clark curling around the lane and rocking it in, going to the line.
Her balance and ability to score on all 3 levels is just different. She's just cold-blooded, and
look at her face. Look at her face. That was wonderful.
Well,
she's like, what am I supposed to do?
I didn't dribble much. She didn't let us dribble, but it worked out for us, and it led to be able to do what I did. So just proud, thankful, and it's really fun to see all the other post players out there.
Yeah, it led you to some hardware. You know, you don't need to be that fancy. You still have a lot of game to back it up with, for sure. How cool has it been to see a player like Caitlin Clark, as an Iowa alum, just kind of take over the world like she has?
It's incredible. You know, I know obviously I watched her in high school, and I heard about her and, you know, got her to come to Iowa, and just to be part of her recruiting story was really special. And so just to see her now, just couldn't be prouder. You know, she's really putting it on for Iowa and the nation. So just happy, excited, couldn't be more proud.
Hold on, part of the recruiting story, what did you tell Caitlin Clark in order to get her to come to Iowa?
I mean, Iowa sells itself, honestly. You know, I think just having her in for official visits and stuff like that, I mean, Iowa, it really does sell itself. Coaches are amazing. The facilities are incredible. You know, the players are so fun to be around. And so I know what it was like, obviously, being recruited from Iowa, that I was comparing everything to them. And so I know that she was doing the same thing.
Oh, just phenomenal. Megan Gustafson, obviously Player of the Year. She was the Honda Player of the Year as well.
Clark with another 3. Her 3rd of the day.
Caitlin Clark. She nails her third triple of the afternoon.
She's just different. Like her confidence, the way she carries herself, she knows that she's the best player on the floor when she steps out there, and it shows in how she performs and produces for us. And I'm glad she's a Hawkeye, that's for sure.
The easiest bucket Caitlin Clark will have this season. Blueprint.
Gabby Marshall with a shot. Clark with the ball.
Phenomenal read defensively, staying loose on the post and jumping around in the passing lane.
Crisp passing from the Hawkeyes.
Well, it's just beautiful basketball, starting with the defense, staying nice and loose, getting into the passing lane for the steal was Caitlin Clark. And then the behind-the-back pass right there by Kate Martin, and then the dive down to Hannah Stolke, the sophomore. But look, she's going to draw two defenders. Draw that the game has gone global that way, and a lot of WNBA players play overseas. And
there it is, an assist for Clark and a triple-double outside.
Well, Hawkeye fans, we have officially done it. A women's basketball attendance record. 55,646 fans here today. Well done. Absolutely incredible. Thank you guys so much for being here, for your support of Iowa women's athletics, and for your support of Iowa women's basketball all season long.
I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that made this day so special for the University of Iowa, the state of Iowa, and our women's basketball program. Nowhere in the country could this happen except for at the University of Iowa. All of you were a part of history today. Thank you. I want to give a special shout out to our administration, our facilities people, our ticketing people, our unbelievable band, the cheer squad, the dance team. You are all a part of this. But most importantly, every single fan. God bless you.
She's just different. Like her confidence, the way she carries herself, she knows that she's the best player on the floor when she steps out there, and it shows in how she performs and produces for us. And I'm glad she's a Hawkeye, that's for sure.